Thanks for having me on. I gotta go.
That's terrible. We're watching the Olympics. Another episode of the fourth. Is this fourth or three? I don't know.
This is the day. I think it's day 3.
I'll have to check Entertainment Weekly. Dave Attell, Russ Maneve,
Yes.
Dave Juskoe. I call this the comedians,
The comedians table.
as opposed to the roofers. Back again, Dave. You're in the what I call the Bob Hope seat.
Thank you for having me. I feel. I guess because I'm a smoker. Is that why I'm over here?
No,
Oh,
no. I mean, you're on the right. You're the Ed McMahon sort of.
I'm kind of the Archie Bunker, if you will. An old curmudgeon.
Get
you
out of
just
my
gotta
chair.
love.
Get out of my chair. The great Russ Maneve. Russ, what's
Thank
up,
you.
buddy?
Hey, man. Good to see you.
Who, by the way, is adorable according to Dave Juskoe.
Right into it. Right into it. We had a good name for it. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Podcast.
I got to tell you, I forget why I tuned in, but I noticed on my Twitter that someone tweeted me the Dave Juskoe podcast, and he said he's going to go over the God. He did. I'll give you a history. The first time I met Dave, he told me, I met you. Where did we meet? Catch a Rising Star, right?
Yep. 20 years ago.
What year?
Exactly.
1996.
Yeah, I think so.
And I thought he was a very interesting guy, funny as hell. He told me he liked The Odd Couple like I did, and I noticed that he knew lines from The Odd Couple like I did, which was actually a deformity. It wasn't good with the chicks. And you can speak your own language if you're like that. And then he told me he was going to put up 2 Odd Couple episodes. One was the Password episode, which is a classic, right?
Right.
And you were going to play Oscar and Felix in both. And you invited me there.
We switched off, yep.
I went thinking, okay, I got to make up fake compliments because this is going to be horrible. I've never seen something better in my life. To this day, I couldn't believe how well you did that. You didn't drop one line, and you could tell you were a fan, and it destroyed. People didn't know The Odd Couple loved it, right?
Yep.
You gonna let me? You gonna agree with me or not?
No.
You look aggravated.
Thank you.
You all right?
What? No.
He's prepping for
listening.
the karmic blowback.
I am waiting for the ball to
It's
drop.
not an ambush. It's not an ambush. Although that's the Howard move. Where you're like, I saw Artie this weekend. Oh my God, wearing a nice jacket. Artie does. Here's what you don't want Howard to start off a sentence. Artie does this weird thing. That's an hour and a half of you. So no, very impressive stuff. And you're one of the funniest people. I love you. And you're now doing that with The Godfather, where you rewrite The Godfather comedically. And we did it the other night, and quite frankly, I didn't think it was going to do well again, and it killed.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
And some people who don't, like Dave, do you know The Godfather that well? You're not one of those guys.
I don't.
Yeah.
You guys have blown me away. How you know, like line for line, and just everything about.
Well,
these
that means you have a
movies.
life. I don't think that's a good thing. Like Russ doesn't. Like Russ clearly, has other things to do. But I watched we all grew up in the New York area. Remember The Odd Couple and The Honeymooners, 7 and 7:30
Right.
on Channel 11, and 11 and 11:30. I watched them every night for the age of 4 to 14.
11 Alive.
Yeah.
Picks.
So I know it like Dave knows it. And it went great. I played Clemenza because I guess he's fat. Dan Natterman is Michael Corleone, an odd choice, but it was very funny.
He was
And
great.
Russ is, of course, Sonny.
Well, I don't know about of course, but
And Dave wants everybody there at 5 o'clock for an 8 o'clock show.
yes.
We have to practice.
Practice what?
What? Because not everybody. Because apparently, like I said, nobody's seen The Godfather except me and you.
Well, no, they've seen it, Dave. They haven't seen it 4 million times.
Well,
exactly.
in 3 hours, I think easy rehearsal notes that could have been given that we wouldn't get blasted on the next day on
First
a
of all,
podcast.
Russ is bringing up. First of all, blocking on a comedy club stage. Where are we at the fucking St. Moritz?
It's important to know where everybody is standing.
But it's a comedy club stage. Where you're blocking.
I have blocking. I could show you the things I have where everybody stands at the mic, so they go over and they.
That's my
they
favorite
shake
text.
people's
My
hands.
favorite text ever. Okay, all right. So you get there 5:30 for the blocking.
But look, think of all the work. Think of all the work Dave puts into these things. I mean, he really not only does he know the movie, but he has this vision.
It's unreal.
And
The writing.
Yeah.
Yeah. He thinks of jokes. All the jokes are great. But to make you look better, I put a low amount of work into it. I try to look. That's why I always look bad in front of people.
How does it compare, let's say, for my theater dollar compared to, let's say, Hamilton?
I haven't seen Hamilton, but someone just told me what Hamilton's about. I thought people were actually kidding. That's a black guy. Doing
Yeah, it's colored
No, it
people.
is.
Yeah.
But it really is a black guy doing that. The worst idea I've ever heard in my
I
life.
was very surprised.
Who signed the check for that? But it's killing.
Sold out beyond to the next
Money
Olympics.
machine.
You
To
got
the
to
next
have Rick
Olympics.
Dorfman type connections. To get so So we go there the other night, and again, I did show up late. Now, Russ, were you there at 5 o'clock?
I was there. Yeah.
What a
I
good
was.
friend. That's a really good friend.
Yeah. Well,
And a hot blonde.
Yeah.
And who was that blonde?
Jenny Lynn Rodriguez.
yeah.
Is she Rodriguez, the blonde?
I know, it's weird, right? Doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense.
Now, are you in fact dating that girl?
Me? No.
Okay. Now, do you deny that you're trying to get laid off of this?
I have to deny it, yes. Because I knew she had a boyfriend who makes buffalo wings. He's got a place in City Field. So I'm actually more in love with that guy.
Dad, cut that out.
Hey, Dave, can I throw an idea out? Because I know, you're always looking for, like, what's the next movie or
Yeah.
whatever. How about that author? That would be a great one.
Don't think I didn't think about that because I know that movie backwards and forwards is an old Al Pacino movie from 1981 that's
It's
a
a
bag
great
of
movie.
crap.
82.
But 82, right? And I know every line, and I'm telling my sister, like, why'd you throw everybody under the bus after the show? I'm like, because I'm just like Al Pacino in that movie. I'm like, when I'm listening to everybody else, I'm like, oh God, no laugh. No laugh. Like, remember when he's backstage? And
Tuesday Wells' last good performance.
That's
by the
your
way.
yes. Whoa.
I can't believe you know all that.
But
I-
I bet you.
I
could-
like it.
I'll bet another $40 that you could probably get half of the original cast of children that was in that. Right? Wasn't there like
Gurney.
10 kids? There was 10 kids.
Eric
in
Gurney.
it.
There was the Jewish-looking kid.
The
with
Judd Hirsch-looking kid.
The kid
They
with
were
the-
bad boys.
Eric Gurney. I looked him up online. I think he runs a hedge fund now.
There's no way that kid didn't do
Wait,
drugs.
the one who was in Bad Boys?
Yeah, yeah.
The one who's the nose?
Uh-huh.
Like
He
the
looks
nose
like
kid?
Judd Hirsch
Yeah.
at 10 years old.
Yeah, we used to call him the Judd Hirsch kid.
I call him the nose.
That's an awful, what an awful nickname, the Judd Hirsch kid. So we go there and there's a lot. But first of all, packed. You sold it out, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It was a Tuesday night. You sold that a show about the Godfather out.
I think that's what makes Noam happy.
It was a bit of an older crowd, though. Let's face it.
No, that's not true. I agree with you.
There wasn't a dry ass in the crowd.
No, there was a bunch of 19-year-olds there and stuff. It was kind of cool. It was, and the highest compliment of the people that have never seen The Godfather enjoyed it too.
Isn't that weird that there's like a whole generation who's never seen The Godfather?
I don't like to think about
Really
It's
it.
weird.
Unbelievable.
Russ, you seem kind of quiet. What do you think about it?
No, I'm just.
Well, Russ is laying in
comparing.
wait. Russ is
Yeah.
laying in wait for the podcast. So-
Here we're talking
Russ
whoa.
Russ takes a hit on the Juskoe podcast.
Major hit. Major.
So
hit.
I started listening to it. Now I saw he was going to review how the Godfather show went, and I got to. I was excited to hear because I thought I did a good job this time. Last time I didn't think I did well. I thought I did better this time, and the laughs were bigger, and everybody got big laughs. And Natterman I thought did very well too. He got huge laughs.
You should see what I did this week. I threw that guy under the bus like it's nobody's business.
Natterman?
I was so angry.
Well, we have that clip
What is
too.
the?
No, you don't have it. It's coming out tomorrow.
About Natterman.
Yeah.
What is it? What happens
I
during your
cried
podcast?
bullshit.
Natterman does not talk into the microphone, and it drives me insane.
Look at this.
When?
I don't know then because I listened to it back, and you can't hear a word he's saying. It's
Oh wait, that's
horrible.
right. I missed it. You played the whole thing back on your podcast.
That's coming out tomorrow. Yeah.
You played the whole show?
I played the whole
Oh,
show.
my God.
And he teases it. He goes, next week, tune in. I'm playing the whole show.
Yeah, why not? What am I doing? I don't know. Well, I didn't think nobody was listening to my podcast up until 2 weeks ago.
Well, I am.
Well, now I got to be careful what I say.
You got to see how unbelievably into it, David. Yes, Dan. I want to cancel every show a minute before it happens. I go, why are we doing this? Why are we doing it? This project is kind of a failure.
Look at all these.
Anyway, we're watching the Olympics too, by the way.
Look at all these sports no one really cares about.
Nobody
I mean,
cares. That's why it's not doing well.
This is going away.
No one's
soon.
in the
volleyball and
stands.
cycling. Nobody gives a crap.
They're exposing the corruption, too. It's going away. It's going away soon. The Olympic Committee is trying to bring the world together through sport. Shut up. All right.
Yesterday, it was revealed that Brazil didn't test their athletes the last 6 weeks.
Of course
for,
not. For hepatitis
performance-enhancing
C.
drugs.
How about for hepatitis C? The sailing competition is in sewage.
Yeah, I can't believe how they. First of all, it's more of like a Grand Theft Auto game. If you think about it, there was rioting right before they lit the torch or whatever. There was crazy shit going on. Really?
All these young shaved athletes look like they just got fucked by David Geffen. I want to say Mr. Geffen has a jet he took me over on. I'm not saying that did happen. Of course, it's a joke. Look at this guy. You were great last night. Who's that? Here's the mother.
His mother's like, "Okay, we're out of here. We're on a plane right now. We're getting out of here."
A month later, he starts to cry at breakfast. Is there something wrong, Danny? What happened in the Olympic Village? Mr. Keffin has a plane he calls the Chamber of Secrets. All right, let's get back to Justin.
Oh, he had such a problem with Don
begrudgingly
Henley.
thanking our country.
We're number one.
Yeah, we do rock. We
Again,
rock
this is
the Olympics.
The Olympics is the last place you can be racist, and it's accepted. I hate you. Why? Because
I'm a
you're from Germany. That's why I hate you. I hope you lose.
Boom! We took out China twice. Look at that.
What are they gonna do with the fucking all the shit they built when everybody deserts the place?
That's the problem with everything. I mean, all those cities. They just sit there and rot, just like the World's Fair.
Look at Lake Placid, huh?
Exactly. Which is
true, right?
My girlfriend's nickname for my dick.
No, they always have like another plan for like we're going to turn it into like a community college or like a
DeVry
retirement home for clowns or something.
We'll turn it into a DeVry. Did you see the Green Bay clown? Did anybody see that story?
No.
In Green Bay, Wisconsin, everybody was scared because at midnight a clown came out with like black eyes and a black bouquet of balloons for like 5 straight nights, and the cops said we can't arrest him. He's not doing anything wrong.
That's the creepy clown.
The creepy clown. So he was an actor, local actor, trying to get a gig in independent film.
That's smart.
So he was an asshole.
And by the way, have you seen Zach Galifianakis' show Baskets?
No.
That's very, very good, man. It's really funny. It's super
What
funny.
is it? What's it about?
He's like a seriously classically trained clown
Right there. It's
who
hilarious.
can't really get a job doing that. So he's a rodeo clown outside of Sacramento or something. It's really funny.
Zach's so funny, too.
He is a genius.
He's
that guy.
really funny.
Are they classically?
Yeah, like he tries to do like his like like the old school like a French clowning.
Yeah.
And like then a bull will hit him or somebody will throw like a soda at him or something.
Zach Galifianakis made a transition in comedy that is very rare. That I remember him as a ladies' man.
What?
Like a very thin.
Yeah.
In the mid '90s, I used to be at stand up New York all the time, and I used to be friendly with him. He was a Principato clown, I think. And he had like this great hair, no beard. He was very thin, and he was like a ladies' guy.
Blonde hair.
Real like long, like Elvis hair.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I thought he always had the beard and was kind of like a hipster even back then.
No.
Not even close.
No.
In '96,
No.
I remember that's when he got that stupid show with those.
I'm going to say it
idiots.
right now. Zach is one of the funniest
I
guys of this.
I agree.
He really
I
is
agree.
like he's so like when you watch the show like every second he's on is interesting.
I'm not. No, this is not a negative thing. I'm just saying he did. Dave, do you remember him before that?
I remember him without the beard, but few people realize like what a great like just comic he was. He was such a really like interesting, fucking really like edgy shit.
Yeah.
And I think the alt world, he might have been like both feet in both worlds because like his stuff was like way hard. So like he always killed it in a regular club.
Believe me, what I'm not saying is a negative at all. I'm just saying it's fascinating how he became like the fat guy with the beard who doesn't, who chicks hate in the movies,
And he
like,
became an icon to these whole like generation of guys.
I know. Believe me, I guess he's in the Amy Schumer category.
He's an icon.
Not getting a negative out of Attell. No, there's nothing negative about him. He's first of all,
Wait, Dave's not done. Yeah, Dave, finish up.
Between two ferns thing he did is he put out an outtakes thing where at one point the boom mic goes in his mouth.
Well, did you see the Brad Pitt one? Was tremendous. When Louis C.K. came out,
we've established he's great.
Wait, Dave, is that enough?
But I'm saying he did make a transition from that, which was because he disappeared for like 10 years. And I thought, well, maybe he's a guy who's not going to do well. And then he steals the first.
Hangover?
Yeah, I mean, he stole a $300 million movie, and that ain't easy to do. So, I'm dying to see that show. I didn't even know it was out.
I'll take it to the next level of suck up. Not only did he steal that movie, he made that movie because if you take him out of it, you're like, I'm looking at like a bachelor party, ripoff.
You're right. Then you got Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, well, I'm no offense to Bradley now. He's a double threat.
We love that guy.
Hilarious.
He's the money. He's the money.
He's a good-looking, hilarious, blah, blah, blah.
And, of course, the direction of Todd Phillips.
Now, I don't know what Dave's going to say on his podcast, but I think we should
you
hold
do
it
fine.
there.
But
whoa, look at that sold-out crowd. Give it up for El Groupon.
a lot of empty
El Groupon.
a lot of empty seats up there.
Yeah, look at that.
Are you going to the village? We're going to try to kidnap Michael Phelps tonight.
This is the whole thing out front. Program bug spray. Wow, Michael Phelps looked like he took a beating.
No. I just read about those today. There's
Cupping.
some sort of right. It's some sort
It's
of
called cupping.
natural
What does that
curing
mean?
thing.
Oh, I see what it is.
It pulls the blood to the muscle.
Yeah.
It does.
Oh, can these guys have more
Yeah, there it
advantages?
is. There it is. It's a suction.
Oh,
thing
that's
or
like
something.
ancient, like voodoo.
How
Yeah.
is that legal? That's going to be like Stickum in the NFL. So
You know, these guys, like everything. I mean, come on.
It looks like Dave on Zach's ass. Sorry.
Let me
Sorry,
ask you
Dave. I had to.
So you waited until you can get a zinger in.
I wasn't trying to say anything.
Well, it just came on the screen.
I didn't know that you were still, whatchamacallit, here.
Whatchamacallit here. Who else kills with that? Who else kills with whatchamacallit before the punchline?
I thought we were on the phone.
Take my whatchamacallit wife. Please. All right, let's get right to this because I can't get a word in here.
No.
You know, I'm going to discipline you guys.
So, Artie, what's been happening? I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on?
Well, I'll get to Dave just.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Seen you in a while. You went
unfolding
to,
this.
what's seen you in a while? We did the crashing show and you went to San Antonio. Would you expect I was going to be there?
How was it? Thank you. I'll tell you. Let me tell you something. There's hot, and then there's San Antonio.
Yeah, you went in August.
I know. I was an idiot.
How
And I'm the only guy dressed like that there. You know, even the Alamo reenactors, they wear short sleeves.
You always have a coat on.
I was
Yeah.
going to say 4 jackets, you mean?
I'm walking around in the downtown area, and I'm just looking for a burrito place, which I assume, because, I like to eat the food of the enemy in front of the memorial. Eating a burrito in front of the
The
Alamo.
most racist thing I've ever heard. Think about Billy Bob Thornton trained himself to do that movie.
It's a new kind of competitive eating where you eat the improper food.
Oh, is that? Oh, really?
Yeah, a hot dog in front of the Holocaust Museum or falafel in front of 9/11. It's a whole like a secret group, like
Having a bratwurst in front of a temple.
yeah, it's like Fight Club.
You used to have that great joke about Mexican food. Do you remember?
No, I don't.
You don't remember your own great? That's so fucking.
I'm sorry.
amazing.
No, I try and.
That's
try
because
and-
it was
like
he
to
probably
talk
stole
about
it from Zach.
What is
What
the
is the
joke?
joke?
I can't quite. It was. We love Mexican. We love Mexican food. People are going crazy about Mexican food.
Right,
So what does that say about that? We love your food. We
Oh,
love
yeah.
your music. We just
don't
hate
like
you.
Yeah. There's like 5 different types of food where like we like the food, we like the this, we just no. People no.
Can't do that nowadays. You get a groan from millennials.
You can't do it unless you're running for president.
Yes, Republican ticket.
I've done that with Dave before. He forgets a joke.
And it's a great joke. It's not like a shitty joke.
I did it on Howard. The first
Yeah.
time he came on Howard, I was there. I said, the first time I ever saw you do stand-up, you did this joke, and he forgot it. It involves a cassette tape, so it's dated. But
Oh, I remember that one.
I
know exactly which one you're talking about.
John Denver missed the boat musically. I was in Sam Goody the other day, and for your kids, there'll be a 2-hour documentary with a Sam Goody. I was in Sam Goody the other day, and a John Denver cassette cost 99 cents. A blank cassette cost $2.50.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
John Denver could triple his money if he'd shut the fuck up.
The only guy that
right.
he's so brilliant. He throws away great jokes.
Well, he forgot that on Letterman.
I remember when I did that joke when I first came. You know, like when you first come up with that joke.
We're out of
and
time.
it works. I'm like, wow. Now I'm in the world of Seinfeld writing.
I remember the first time Zach liked that joke. Now, when you wrote seriously, I am curious about that. It's so good. What is the theory behind it?
Because I hate to say it, but that joke has been brought up on other podcasts, like Kevin Brennan's podcast. It's kind of a big hit on the podcast.
Well, he must have hated it. I brought it up on Howard, and you forgot it.
I know. I really.
I set him up to do it. And he goes, I don't know what you're talking about.
I was shaking.
I think the joke wasn't it Neil Sedaka though.
No, it was John Denver for a while.
Okay.
For a while, I saw it.
But you originated it as Neil Sedaka.
You know, I knew it was a good joke because do you remember all those like really old comics from like the old improv?
Right.
Did you ever work there or anything?
The first time I ever did stand-up was at the original Improv.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So I've done a set there, but no.
You know what we should do? Like, because my 30th anniversary is coming up next year.
Wow.
Of what? Of meeting Zach?
Oh man.
Wow.
I'm kidding. Now it's becoming too easy.
Because the old improv, which is on.
Were you a regular there?
I worked the door there with Kevin Brennan.
Oh,
and
you
Reggie
worked the door,
McFadden.
okay.
And we should.
Wow.
It's now a Don Giovanni's.
It is.
We should go there and put on a show as people eat.
You remember the Improv on 8th Avenue when it opened up? They tried to do a new one.
That was disgusting.
Shutters.
That was what's his face? The big Al Martin, right? Did he do that?
No.
No.
That was
Silver Saunders
Silver,
Friedman.
right.
But that
She was the
original improv thing had the door that went right out to the street. Like literally, a homeless guy could be leaning up against the door. He's almost on stage.
Right.
And
It was a dangerous neighborhood then. It was a really gritty.
9th and 44th. Yep.
What year was that, Dave? When you were
When I was working there, well, it's
87,
87, 88.
July 12th, 87 was the first time I ever did stand up.
And Kevin was there too.
Would you have been there that night? July 12th, 87 was
Hold
when
on
I
a
did.
second, let my Asperger's kick in. Let's see, that was a quarter moon. I remember the tide.
As you all
I remember
know,
the tide now.
as you all know, the first time I tried stand up.
I see Jack Nicholson
George
was
Plimpton.
in a blah blah.
What, so you
See,
worked
that you didn't try it out in Jersey first?
No, I went right there.
Because I started like at Governor's, basically. You know?
That's because in Long Island there was a lot more. There was better comedy clubs there to try stuff out. Jersey didn't have that.
Well, I had Rascals.
They're
That
just
was
Rascals.
Yeah,
That's
but
it.
Dave, you started where in Bay Ridge?
Pips,
right?
yeah.
Pips.
That's
Now that's classic.
Well, that crowd was rough. I played there. Man, that was a rough crowd.
10 years in, I was afraid of that crowd. It was
I started in '83 there.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I met you there in '87, but I didn't know who you were, and then I just saw. I didn't mean
No,
it
Mike
like that.
Royce. Mike Royce.
Right. But then he said that you were there that night.
Mike Royce.
Yeah, so
remember
we
you
met
had-
in '87.
The apartment above Pips, I think, is the first place I ever did pharmaceutical grade coke.
For real?
Now I got
You were invited up there? For
real.
I'm sorry, I was like, that would be cool.
So let's get to the Juskoe podcast.
Just wait, one thing I just got to say.
Are we going to
when
play
I-
his whole podcast?
No, we're gonna play.
when I went to Pips,
I'm gonna end my.
What a great way to like dodge.
the first time I went to Pips, I went to the bartender. I'm like, I heard there's like an open mic tonight. He goes, yeah, go see the colored guy in the back.
Well, first of all, the never before has there been the politically correct version of something, and the racist version is so close. Like women of color is so close to colored women. I've made that mistake before. A woman has said, "I'm a woman of color," and I said, "You're a colored woman."
Yeah.
In the Ed Torian voice. Ed Torian was a lie detector guy who was so racist. Howard would say, like, we'd have like Pam Anderson, and he'd go, "Howard, what do you want me to say? Ask this chick." This guy. And Howard would go, "Well, ask her if you ever slept with a black man. Did you ever sleep with a?" He would change it. It would go in his head,
Yeah.
like not offensive. Compute and come out racist. Like,
that was really
ask,
right.
Did you ever sleep with a black guy? Did you ever sleep with a nigga? That's true. A colored. Did you ever sleep with a guy, a black guy? She's being deceptive.
That is a good voice, though. I like that voice.
That's how he would go. Come here, Gary. Can I take a shit? I just want to read about the Jets.
He sounded like Gary the retard.
He was so like Queens, and he would come out and he'd have his figures, and he would rumple the paper like, "Okay, I got my results. She did sleep with a colored guy. She was being deceptive. She's attracted to you, and she called Amaruso a nigga." We had the Apprentice people. Amoroso. Did you ever call Amoroso? Are you attracted to me, Howard Stern? I mean, me, Ed Tor. I mean, yeah. Did you think Zach Galifianakis was thin in the 90s? No. Now you being deceptive.
Wow.
Did James Juskoe like Russ Beneath's performance? No, what I noticed is you bash somebody in this, and then you immediately compliment them because you realize you bashed them. You're so neurotic, which is great about it. I mean, any funny person is. You're so neurotic about this project.
Where were the compliments, by the way?
Well, at the end he goes, "But it worked."
Yeah.
Well,
that's
the
as far as it
compliments
goes.
are, and I said this on the Gnome show that I love working with everybody, and I
No,
would never
it's clear
change
you don't.
anything.
From this, it's clear you don't.
Yeah.
Play the
I'm just
play
mad
the
at
Russ
it.
play the Russ
Shitty.
Beneath. Play Russ Beneath.
Oh, it's fucking brutal.
This is the Juskoe podcast about Russ
Oh,
Beneath's
I don't even
performance.
remember saying anything bad about Russ.
Oh,
We have this whole thing where, and I don't care about giving it away, where we have this thing.
Wait,
He's
stop
like,
it right there. First of all, right there. He doesn't care about giving it away. It's the Godfather.
I go through that all the time. I keep thinking I'm doing a spoiler alert. Yeah.
And then at one point he goes, "Look, I realize I didn't write the Godfather."
It's like the song "Happy Birthday." I don't want to tell you how it ends. I was going to say it ends on an up note.
It ends with a
But I'm
different
not
name.
doing- I
A
don't
different
want
name.
Yeah.
Every time. All right, go ahead. This is it.
We have this whole thing where, and I don't care about giving it away, where we have this thing. He's like,
douche chills.
Salazzo, it's not. So he's like, no more. Not this time, consigliere. No more meetings, no more discussions, no more Salazzo tricks. Now, obviously, he doesn't do it that great, but it's Russ meat. But the guy's adorable, so you're going to use him all the
All
time.
right, stop right there.
Horrible.
Obviously, he doesn't do it that great.
Yeah.
Well,
And,
How do you get a two-step out of this one?
but the guy's adorable.
Oh, terrible. Which you think is somehow some form of compliment?
I like working with you.
Terrible.
yeah, but
And by the way, all these slams, he's such a frightened, hateful, shitty little child. And
You know he's trying to say Jew, but he's being polite.
good one, Dave.
You could say that here.
But you know,
Not during the
all these-
Olympics. Not during my Olympics.
the best part about all these slams is that they're with the backdrop of such self-praise. And he goes on later in a podcast, and I gotta admit, I'm really doing a great job.
Okay, you know what, Russ? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Dan, go to the Tessio thing. I listened to the whole thing. I'm obsessed with it.
Is that the damn Natterman?
Abe Vigoda.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, this is tremendous.
Yep, I pray.
It's exactly what Russ is saying.
Number 5. Okay, hold on.
Oh my! We called to attention why Tessio knows the pull chain toilets. You know, he goes, "Sure, they got an old-fashioned toilet. You know, the box and the
It is good.
chain thing. We might be able to tape the gun behind it." I've been getting so good at Abe Vigoda, it's ridiculous.
yeah, but
God.
I've been getting so good at Abe Vigoda.
Oh, my
it's
God.
ridiculous.
Jesus Christ.
I think
Dave
I
is
did
really
a good
good,
job.
Listen, first of all, it is a great Abe Vigoda, but who in the fuck in 2016 says that?
Yeah.
Your listeners,
My
they
listeners.
care.
And you're still fucking reeking of insult as you deliver that compliment to yourself.
I've been getting so good at it. It is a good Abe Vigoda, man.
but the point is,
I thought it was Jackie Mason.
It does sound a little like Jackie Mason.
Well, play it
now
again.
that I hear
But
it
no
back.
one gets a compliment, by the way. No one in the entire podcast.
I complimented
He
myself.
destroyed a girl. The girl. First of all, to kill that poor girl.
She
Her
had it
whole-
coming. She's a horrible actress.
Yeah, terrible. See, you hear this?
You know,
hear
but
this?
what he said was basically that we couldn't get the better one. So
Yeah.
I settled. Well,
Oh,
I mean,
shit, I did
that's
say. God, you guys really listen.
that makes an actress suicidal.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
You just destroyed her whole self-worth.
No, listen.
Who
she
is
should
it?
try and be a better actress. That's all
really?
I'm saying.
First of all, you think we're sitting home with Sandy Meisner with your script? And we're fucking working on it?
I always hope that in
Oh
the
my
back of my
God.
head.
First of all-
Russ is setting this up beautifully. Play the one about me.
Oh, no.
I thought
think
yours
it
was
was really
yours was the
nonstop
most
laughs. I gotta
complimentary. I thought, Artie,
Yeah,
because
well-
it showed
well-
such a healthy disrespect for the project.
Let's hear how that goes.
I think it was really nonstop laughs, I got to say. I'm very pleased. You know, Artie showed up right at the beginning of the show. I don't think he had ever seen the script before in his life. It was the exact opposite of last time. I don't know what happened. He showed up just exactly at, like, you know, 7:45.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, do you have a copy of the script?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Then I quickly highlighted all of his lines. He's like, "Wait, I'm in the whole thing?" And I'm like, "Yeah." You know, it's one of those things. Remember, I keep joking around that I don't think anybody in my show has actually seen The Godfather, because when I'm trying to explain to him, and it's really.
That was it.
Okay. That was,
Well, that's not fair. I didn't
you're
get to
right. I
finish-
had not seen. I had never opened the FedEx thing.
I know.
But
I know, but
and I never told you this, but I didn't even by mistake. I picked up a wrong. I was using a script that you had not highlighted. So even
For
that,
real?
even that was a waste of time.
Oh, that's really funny.
But what I was waiting for, Dave, and this, if you weren't so self-obsessed, was for you to go. But he did a great job.
I think I did say that.
You
I
did
think
not
guys-
say
You
that.
did not. No, you did not.
Of course not.
Okay, why
But
would you
Artie's
think
the
he would-
only idiot who's seen it like I have.
Okay, well,
and he did a great job
today,
The
I just-
Clemenza laughing thing, first of all, destroyed. I could have milked that forever if you and your dumb blocking would have said, "Let Artie go with it."
Today I did you know, when I was talking about how everything went, I did say
That's today's
that
show?
you did a great job, and that
That's today's
people in
show.
the and
Today's
that
show after the backlash.
The people in the audience, there was these two girls that I know, and they're like, "God, he's such a good actor." And then, if I can just say this, I also praise, because I don't know whether you know, but I saw some of the footage of Crashing.
Right.
And let me tell you something. What I've seen, what Artie's done, I saw the part where you're in the. I'm not going to say, but I mean, you're amazing, and it's going to be a whole new level of
Now pretend you're alone doing your podcast.
Well,
No, that's why I said it today.
I've
I
never
said it
seen
when
a
I
guy
was
try to
alone.
dig out of a hole.
I said it today.
You've
It's
never
on
seen
tomorrow's
footage
podcast.
of. You've never seen footage of crashing.
You know, that reminds
did.
me of one of Zach's movies.
You've never seen. We were on the set with Robert Downey and Zach.
It's all right. But
No, but no,
everybody's-
listen. I'm
it's
not,
fascinating how
Dave. I'm not bashing you. I'm saying
I don't mind.
it's
doesn't
fascinating. Russ is clearly upset, and he should.
I know he is. I
Well-
can see that now.
As
But-
the
but-
only, excuse me, as the only non-actor in the room, when are you actors going to whip your cocks out for a circle jerk?
Okay.
I've
Now-
never heard men scream.
Well, I'll get to the last part. The person who I wanted to invite. We were hanging out at the cellar the other night. Me, Russ, and Dan Natterman. I said to Russ, "Should we invite Natterman to the show because I'm going to play clips, and he really gets it the worst,
Does
he does.
in my opinion."
For
Today,
2 minutes and 30 seconds, he
Today,
gets it.
I let him have it today for real.
I want to also say that part of the fun of this is that we're kind of reading the script. It's like a Seinfeld episode where you're half laughing and
Right.
reading it,
I talk
and
about
you're not
that today.
hitting every dramatic nuance.
No.
And I'm not summoning him. I don't come in with an emotional prep.
And I
for the
don't,
fucking-
I don't remember Russ doing anything wrong at all. Like I think it was fine.
The only thing Russ has done wrong is wear that little faggot shawl over his shoulders.
I haven't.
Because Dan put the fucking air conditioning to medium.
No, it's on
God,
low.
are you that weak?
It's on low, but
It's
I saw
on
everybody
low.
sweating here.
Russ gets
There's
chili.
people dying in Brazil right now who wish they had air conditioning.
You know he doesn't eat every
You
day.
have fucking
How dare you?
Dave. You have 7 Parkers and 4 hats on,
Listen,
and a beard.
I'm an Eastern.
Dave has been expecting the Zika virus for years now.
I thought that was for 2 weeks. I thought it was the Zima virus.
I thought they were bringing Zima back.
I said if you drink a fag, you fucking shake. What? Okay, let's go. What you want to say something, Dan? First, what do you want to say first? You lead on the mic.
Natterman gets it the worst.
Okay. Shit. Well,
Poor Dan.
did I say that? All right, go ahead.
I've got some Trading Places references in there. I've got
It's the best podcast I've ever heard.
what do you call it? My cousin Vinny, right? At the end, I have Natterman going, and he just doesn't understand. I mean, I'm telling you, the kid did a great performance.
Right, okay.
I mean, he was fantastic. But it's just so frustrating sometimes when people
was
just don't
fantastic.
understand. Now, I get not understanding a lot of the
Do you get it?
intent.
I
don't
do.
know what
It
you
just
call
drives me crazy. What can I say? I don't know.
idiosyncrasies, the the nitty gritty of certain films. But I know they've all seen it. But I guess listen, that's me. That's why I've been doing imitations for years. I like to get down to the smallest detail
Who is listening to this?
of a film.
Nobody, I thought.
and
That's
do
why I was
that
saying
detail
all this.
because I know that people like it. Well,
Can I-
respect it.
Stop.
And
Can I stop for a second?
What is the audience for this?
Yeah.
There is no audience. That's why I always say this stuff. Nobody's ever listened before.
Well, I'm going to replay it every week.
The way you're talking, in my mind, I imagined you wearing a half tuxedo with no pants on, getting ready for an Oscar party, to be a seat filler at an Oscar, as Russ is sitting there in a nice short skirt.
Well,
getting ready.
you know what? That's a good point. It is Rupert Pupkin-y.
Yeah, dude, that's a fucking.
All
slam
it's
dunk
missing
right
is your mother yelling.
there. Yes.
Come on, Ma!
Ma, I'm talking about how I put Trading Places references.
I see him making a bow tie and like he can't do it, and Russ coming over. I'll do it.
Then later in the podcast, you understand, he talks about his prep on show day. He goes, I'll take you through what I go through on show day.
Oh God. Mom, give my acceptance speech.
Then he goes, I did Soul Cycle and I delivered the scripts.
shit.
I had a very productive Monday.
You did hear. That's exactly what I said.
Soul Cycle, delivered the scripts, and he was all happy, productive Monday. Go ahead, let's hear this.
You don't have to play it.
You
I
have to
think
be
we
quiet.
already know.
No,
it.
not let Natterman get past you.
I've got some Trading Places references in there. I've
we
got,
did that one.
Wait, do you have the ability?
what do you call
No, just let it go.
My cousin Vinny, right? At the end, I have Natterman going, and he just doesn't understand. I mean,
my
I'm telling you, the
brilliant
kid did
writing,
a
he
great
can't.
performance. I mean, he was fantastic. But it's just so frustrating sometimes when people just don't understand. Now, I get not understanding a lot of the
I don't think you do.
No, me neither.
intent.
I don't sense any of
I don't
that.
know what you
Any
call it, but
understanding.
the
You're right, I don't. I was
idiosyncrasies,
trying to be polite.
the
Real. That's
the nitty gritty of certain films. But I know they've all seen it. But I guess listen, that's me. That's why I've been doing imitations for years. I like to get down to the smallest detail of a film. And do that detail because I know that people like it. Well, respect it. And I mean, it's a perfect example when I do stupid scenes from Hannah and her sisters. Hannah and her fucking sisters, Woody Allen movie. I sit there, I'm doing my, the Max von Sydow, and when I'm doing the lines, I have to have him eating the sandwich because that's what's happening. So his dialogue comes out like, "I watched television today. And I saw another movie on Auschwitz and the Holocaust. Can you imagine? Same question. It's like you can see I'm eating the sandwich because that's that's the way. That's the way people that have seen the movie will appreciate. Like, wow, we even added the sandwich.
I can get you committed with these tapes.
So
You're waiting for people to come in.
here's a great example. When Michael first is saying that he's going to meet the
Natterman Bash are coming up here.
when he's going to meet the he's going to take the meeting and kill them both.
Oh, right. I know exactly.
Now here's the line, right? They want to have a meeting with me, right? It'll be me, McCluskey, and Salazzo. Let's set the meeting. Get our informers to find out where it's going to be held. Now, we insist it's in a public place.
He's reading The Godfather.
A bar, a restaurant, a Ramada Inn, the Chuckle Hut Comedy Club in Cleveland, the Men's Bathhouse in Chelsea. Someplace where there's people, so I'll feel safe. Now, that's the gag, right? He just keeps rolling off the line. So I'm explaining to him, like, no, it kind of builds, it rolls. A bar, a restaurant, but he just couldn't get it right. He's like, it still worked. He's like, a bar, a restaurant, a Ramada Inn.
Oh, I am a dick.
Chuckle Hut, it still works, but it's just like he doesn't get the rhythm because I guess they're not actors either. They are comedians.
Okay, listen to what everyone takes a hit there because I guess they're not actors either. They're comedians.
Yeah.
I said that today, too.
What is? So what happened with Natterman today? That wasn't enough of a bashing.
Today, I was going crazy on Natterman because
why?
Because why?
Because he doesn't talk into the mic, and it's driving me crazy when I play the whole thing.
But then you get to hear less bad acting, so we should be happy.
All right. Well, listen. Is there any more? We have.
Can I play my two favorite parts?
Go ahead.
Please do.
Here's my favorite one.
I did my stand-up first,
Oh, God.
I think that went well. I was, nervous about that all day. And then Sam Morrell got up. He was fantastic. It went a little long, but
He can't stop a fantastic.
He's got right.
I needed the encouragement from the people.
He went a little long.
He needed encouragement from the people.
He should have went. He should have went an hour and a half.
And here's my next. It's very short. Here's my next favorite part.
I felt I messed up. And I believe I told you I should have even gotten a clip. I'm like, I'm not going to let it happen again. This time, I upped my game, I think. I wrote a better script.
Is there like a full-length mirror in front of you as you can do this podcast?
Hey, I wasn't there at the end when they threw flowers. Did you run out? Did you run out and catch them all?
No, it's like a coach winning a game. Everybody carried him off the stage.
Well, again, but there's nothing there to discourage it because it was sold out. It did get laughs, and then you went on Noam's podcast. I apologize. Here's what knowing me, here's what Juskoe says to me. He goes, "We all thought you were coming on Noam's podcast." I go, "When did I say?" He goes, "A month ago. I texted you."
Yeah.
I go, and that's on me, I guess. Maybe
That's okay. I didn't want to bother you.
You didn't think a quick reminder?
I actually thought he was going to, or Liz was going to tell you, but you'd run out.
You didn't have your assistant put that in your date book? Noam's podcast.
And then you got Noam, who's the owner of the Comedy Cellar, who I'm going to say has a net worth of $18 million. Conservative.
But enough about last week.
You got him to play the mandolin the entire time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great take.
The owner of the club plays in my band.
How was that? How was his mandolin playing?
Oh, yeah.
He's fantastic. I mean,
of course he was.
He's a really good musician.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping we could segue into the bassoon or maybe a
Sometimes he doesn't listen, though.
The bassoon?
sitar.
Well, the funny thing is, if I can just say,
Eclectic
he's like me, and he's getting mad at Natterman when he doesn't know the lines from my
He's
cousin
a big
Vinny.
Godfather guy.
And the Godfather, and he's just even going, like, stepping his foot, like, this is the scene from the God. And he yells at the guys in the booth, and he's like, play it louder. Like, he does what I'm even afraid to do, except on my podcast alone.
How would you rate Noam as he was doing that? Was it good? Or?
All right, I'm not going to say anything.
On a scale of 1 to you're not going to be able to do it again because he owns the venue.
Well, no.
All right, well, you know what?
On a scale of 1 to fired.
On a scale of 1 to, can you do Tuesday at 2 a.m.? All right, well, let's just move on. It's creating bad blood. I don't know, Dan. I don't know. Falato had 2 favorite parts.
I did.
When you hear that, though, Dave, what do you think?
I'm embarrassed, but I think it's funny. I don't.
It's hilarious.
I'm embarrassed now, but I I do enjoy trashing people. It's my
Well, you
favorite
do it so
thing to
effortlessly.
do. Yeah, I know. And I just like making fun of everybody's performance.
But here's
I don't
what's
know
char-
why.
here's what's
But
charming.
it's not like I don't love them all. I mean, I'm friends with everybody, and I.
Why are
Well,
why are you included in that pool of people that you're making fun
Well,
of?
the
for
last
performance?
week, the last time we did it, I blamed myself, and I
Yeah.
was very, very down on myself.
And what'd you say? I want to hear what you said about yourself.
I just said I did. I
Fantastic.
messed up,
Oh.
and I made a mistake in the script, like by using that gay kid too much, and I mean, just
Oh.
for real, like
Well,
using
so
that
it
but
was
that-
that kid's
but the-
problem.
Yeah, but you're figuring
Yeah, I
it
blamed
out,
him
though.
too. You're right. Now that you mention,
You blamed
it.
him and not yourself.
I blamed
It's a
him that
work
he
in
didn't
progress.
Do it
Yeah,
right.
It's
you're
like
figuring it out.
It's like the lost episode.
I know. I don't. You know, that's what makes the podcast interesting. Like, I mean, it's exciting to
What
just
podcast?
Well, exactly. That's the other thing. I have like 20 listeners, so I'm just gonna rant like I like Rupert Pupkin in
Can
my
I say
basement.
something? I can't believe there's 20 people who sit through that whole thing. It's literally it's Dave talking about his day and reading The Godfather.
Yeah.
At one point, you were just reading the back of a hair product you use.
Well, it's true. There's parts in that I'm like, well, I colored my hair today, and then I went to the
So
barber.
who is still listening?
I don't know. There's some people like it. I don't
How
know.
many
if they like
mannequins
when I
with
talk about
headphones
it.
do you
Well,
have
let me,
set up?
Dave. Let me ask you a question because
My cat is a guest usually.
let me ask you this, Dave. Like, in your mind, in your dream, who's your dream team of people to do this show?
That's
Like,
a good
who would it be?
To do The Godfather?
Yeah, to do your thing.
If for real honest, and
Yeah.
I'm not just saying that.
But
but
it-
1960
not the original cast, though. It's like
no,
who-
I'm
like,
really happy with everybody I have.
Okay,
Oh,
then
what
show
bullshit.
it.
Dave,
Then show
Dave,
it.
that's a great question. What bullshit? You probably want the original SCTV guys. David Steinberg,
Yes.
Alan Arkin.
That's not fair. That's we love the SCTV guys, but no, I mean otherwise. I mean, if I really felt strongly about it, I would have gotten rid of everybody. You know, just like we got rid of all the girls one by one because they just weren't working out.
Wow.
What girls? I didn't even know that.
No, I don't want to say because
Well, they're
feel
going to
bad.
know if. I mean, they're not listening to this. I mean,
Well,
the other
they-
thing is no one listens to this.
All
either.
those girls weren't working out. The Greek, who's the Greek?
Oh
chick?
no, Irene, I like she's fine, but
No.
I mean she's good enough, whatever.
Oh, you
geez.
can't.
What? I can't help it.
You couldn't
You
give
can't
her a,
Nobody's doing it the right way that I have it in my head.
What
yeah,
about
well,
me?
that's the whole
Oh,
thing.
except for Artie.
Nobody. He said no. You were in there too, Artie.
No, I know.
Nobody.
No, Artie
I know,
knows
but
it.
But Artie did great.
Artie knows it the right way.
No, I don't want to say I did great, but at least give me the comment. I'm the only one who knows the inflections, at least.
I do. That's
But
what I'm
don't you
saying.
think that's not a compliment? That's actually means we're both mentally ill.
Yes, I agree 100%. Yeah, we're mentally ill that we know all the idiosyncrasies from this film, and we want to do it the way. And we know there's other guys out there like us
But
who
Dave,
want to
you're-
see it the right way.
Dave, you're so eclectic. I mean, I know your past projects, like doing Requiem for a Dream with children. I mean, that was you pushed too far.
An 11-year-old Jared Leto.
I mean, that is the thing. I mean, look at the
Instead of
other.
heroin, it's candy. I don't get it.
One of the last project I did was a movie about the band The Cars. I'm crazy.
About who?
The Cars, the band, The Cars.
Yeah, what about 'em?
Yeah,
I made a movie called
the Turbocharge.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Wait,
I'm out of my
wait.
I
don't-
remember
we
just
can't-
as
go
a
ahead.
critique, I said to him, I go, if you tighten it up a little bit, and he got this glare in his eyes, like it's all perfect. I'm not touching any of
Tighten
it.
it up. Wait a minute. We can't just let that go. You made a movie about the band The Cars?
Yeah, oh yeah, no, Dave. What I love about Dave is he's a self-starter and he's like a visionary, and finally the vision has hit an audience. I like that because before that it was a lot of us just nodding, but he really did it. So I'm very proud of him. But yeah, he made a whole movie like Dave. You did it like with your credit card, like that kind of movie. you know?
So now, how much is that grossed?
It's like
None.
Wait, it's like the Blair Witch
grossed
problem.
out a lot of
It's
people.
like the Blair Witch problem without the success. That's what it's like. One of those things.
Sounds like a self-stopper.
I play Rick Ocasek,
Self-stop.
and I get.
Yeah, Dave always puts himself out front though. He plays Rick Ocasek.
I play Rick Ocasek, but
Oh, wow.
I get fatter.
that makes
It was
sense.
amazing, right?
I get
You were
fatter as the movie goes on, but that was an accident.
You're not a 6'9" emaciated guy.
Exactly. I don't know.
They're a great band. Shitty live though. I saw them
Right,
live.
that was the gag, that they were a great band, but they're shitty live. That was the entire gag of the movie.
You're kidding me.
They're shitty live. I swear to God. That
So
was
how long is the movie? 4 seconds?
It's 84 minutes.
Oh my god, it's long.
It's 84 minutes.
Yeah.
It's longer than Beerly.
No, it's
It's almost as long as The Lone Survivor, which was the audience. It's the name of the audience.
no. I went for it all.
So
Yeah.
what happens? What was the feedback?
Not good. It is. It's just I did the best I could.
Because we were talking over. Just play the Russ Van Eve part of the podcast.
Oh, no.
We were talking over it. I want to hammer this.
This is a vicious slam.
Well, he is adorable. I mean, is anybody going to question that?
Go. Dan, go ahead.
You know, we have this whole thing where, and I don't care about giving it away, where we have this thing. He's like, Salazzo, it's not. So he's like, no more. Not this time, consigliere. No more meetings, no more discussions, no more Salazzo tricks. Now, obviously, he doesn't do it that great, but it's Russ Maneve. But the guy's adorable, so you're going to use him all the time.
Wait, let me just isolate one small part of that. I'm going to zoom in like a satellite map.
Trust me.
Now, obviously, it doesn't do it that great, meaning compared to what I just did, describing it, right? Isn't that what that means? Now, obviously, he didn't do it as great as that.
Right, except what you were just doing.
You mean as
Right.
what I
as
did?
what you just did on the
Right,
on
that's
the mic.
play it back again. Us realizing that point.
Shit.
You know, we have this whole thing where, and I don't care about giving it away.
I want to hear
where
great.
we have this thing. He's like,
I want to hear greatness. Go ahead. There it is. Ready for
Salazzo,
greatness.
it's not. So he's like, no more. Not this time, consigliere. No more meetings, no more discussions, no more Salazzo tricks. Now, obviously, he doesn't do it that great. But the guy's adorable. So you're going to use him all the
Didn't do
time.
it that great. Right?
Dave, do you know if Russ had feelings, how much they would be hurt?
I realize now.
Feel
it's not
anything but
even-
pleasure.
I don't care about the acting part at all.
wondering
It's just
why-
that we're doing this show. We're getting there at 5:00.
Yeah.
and we're
That is a big commitment. But
And
then
for
it's all
no
worthwhile when Juskoe comes up and says, give me a hand, and he puts a 20 in it. By the way, I forgot the 20, too. With the
I know you left it on the table.
That was a tip.
that's-
It was a tip. I paid the fag for the blowjob. That kid, by the way, that he's a nice kid, the gay guy.
Yeah.
But he's got that creepy mustache.
Yeah, it is creepy. I agree.
It looks very like Port Authority blow you.
Yeah, you're right.
Who is it?
this kid's excellent, by the way. I think I think he's great.
He's all over guy code.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah,
Guy
I think-
load.
Apparently, he does stand-up comedy.
He's all over guy load. Apparently, he does stand-up comedy. That's what you want to hear, apparently. No, but yeah. So the first time, though, thank God for him, it was kind of hacky. But you just you crowbarred a gay guy into the Godfather.
Well, he also with that, but he also played that old man, which was brilliant. Old man Vitali, that guy that comes out.
Yeah.
Right. So he knew how to do that. That was amazing. I sent him the video. I'm like, could you do this? He goes, yeah. You want me to wear the brown suit? He was amazing.
That's a gay
he knew
guy.
it really well. Yeah.
That's a gay guy. You want
Yeah,
me to wear
exactly.
the brown
he comes
suit.
in costume. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, so will you use him again in other projects?
I don't know.
Will you send him more video?
Crap.
Does he have a partner he lives with? Listen, I'm waiting for a video from Juskoe. Don't use up all the gigabytes.
Well, he's very polite.
He is very polite. He's got those tight jeans on like a young Brando, right? Am I being too creepy?
Everybody in the cast is really nice, and that's why I
well,
like working with. I like
Wow.
being
You are
surrounded
that
by
was the most
friends. However,
What is wrong
now
with
I'm
you,
not going to have any
Juskoe?
fun.
How insincere.
No, well, Dave comes from a musical theater background. And,
No, he's right. I do.
He does. He
You
really
do?
does.
Yeah.
Who's your
Him
father?
and his. Have you ever talked to Dave and his sister?
No.
Oh my God, they're both like the ultimate musical theater, like I guess kids. Like they just
Really?
grew up,
It's
like in
true.
their house. Like you guys would put on little shows and stuff, right?
Maybe.
You would? Of what?
Maybe.
Of what?
You know, Little Orphan Annie, maybe. Was the little auburn hair.
And Dave,
Little Orphan Annie.
Which brings me to the picture Dave
But I'm
texted me.
fine.
Dave's mother insisted on him getting tap dance lessons, right?
Yep. Yeah,
Is that true?
Yes,
Yeah.
I had to take
And
tap.
whose mother didn't?
Well, if my mother insisted on that,
Everyone else's.
my father would insist on punching my mother in the face.
I want my boy to go out
I
there
had
and
to-
make a big
I
impression
had
in the
to
world.
take
He needs tap dance
Tap and
lessons.
ballet.
And that impression's going to be Abe Vigoda.
My parents told me that if everybody had to learn how to sing and dance, whether you wanted to be an actor or a comedian, you had to learn how to sing and dance, which was true, 30 years before that.
Oh, you mean like for show business, you got to know how to sing or dance?
Yes.
No matter what.
Right.
And of course, we all prove that.
No, when Dave's always been in musical theater, like his sister, basically they lives and breathes it, right? She loves
Yep.
it.
What did she ever work?
She still does the lottery for Hamilton every day.
What do you mean? What's
She
that?
worships that show.
The lottery?
You
What
can
do you
get a lottery because you can't get a ticket for under $5,000. They have a lottery every day for
Oh,
10
and you're
lucky
considered
people.
a winner if you get the ticket.
Apparently.
Has anyone here seen Hamilton?
I have.
And
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
But I like musical theater.
Oh.
I mean, and this was really good because it was different.
And there hasn't been. I mean, I have shows on this stupid podcast that nobody listens to.
I asked my cousin went to go see it. And
Where I talk about like how it's completely changed the game, like, and the only one before that is a chorus line. I mean, it's taken 40 years for them to put
change the
something-
game of what?
To put something interesting on Broadway where it's like gone to another
What's
level
interesting about
instead of the old like Oklahoma and
But
crap
what's
like that.
interesting about it?
It's just different. It's like it's not anything
Just because
you've
there's
ever
black
seen.
guys in it?
Well, that has one thing to do with it. But
Isn't that like
just-
the hacky black thing? Like now, brothers on
It's just,
Titanic,
you know,
that shit bit different.
It's not your usual thing. I mean, Book of Mormon is.
Now, if
really
a brother was Alexander Hamilton, that shit bit different.
Right.
Why was I even trying?
This is what you should. Since
Why was I even trying?
It's like I can't wait to have a serious conversation about musical theater, and you guys are like ruining it.
No, I'm telling you, for the next podcast, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Podcast,
Yes.
you should do theater reviews where Dave, you go with Russ to the theater, and you like in minutia talk about the production as Russ is just like I could give a shit, and maybe he has a story about like finger blasting a chick in the lobby.
I'm not kidding. My cousin Anthony and his wife they went to go see Hamilton because well, I did help him get tickets, but I asked him how it was, and he texted me back last night. One second, I want to see what he said. This is a real thing. Yeah. Okay, my Anthony, how was the thing? Okay, did you see the Hamilton? How was it? Okay, Anthony, too many shines.
Well, that threw me off at first too. I'm not going to deny it. And so I was like, "Wait, is everybody black?"
review.
I didn't know.
My Uncle Sonny, the guy who said about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Jew broad fights Draculas, right?
Yeah.
Same guy.
This guy should have his own rotten
The funniest thing
tomato
I've ever.
site.
He's dead now, but he said eating a piece of mozzarella like an apple. He said about Buffy the Vampire. What's the show about? He said a Jew broad fights Dracula.
Dracula's.
He said he went to go see Cats in the 80s. And
Oh, God.
at a barbecue, he said, "Do you like it?" He goes, "It's all about cats." And he said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Do you understand? The actors are dressed like fucking cats." And I go, "What did you think it was? It's called Cats." He goes, "I thought it was a symbolic thing. There were no dogs a dog day afternoon."
That's fine.
So, what have you? What's your favorite musical of all time?
I think it's a chorus line, actually.
Really?
I know it's gay.
I thought it would be.
Need this job.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just.
It's the gayest thing ever.
It is. But the music's amazing. I like Marvin Hamlish a lot. I don't know.
If you
Listen.
were actually blow a guy, that would be less gay.
I know.
What about Shirley MacLaine? If you could get her to be in Godfather, would you take one of the characters and make it a woman just to have her in it?
She could be Faye, okay? She could be Kay.
You know, I'm only being quiet because I would do that.
Yeah,
I would totally take her.
I would like to see a real old-fashioned theater person come in there and just like act the shit out of all of you. Just like come in there and just like fucking Jason Bourne your asses with acting.
Well, I think I can.
Why don't we do a Puerto Rican Hamilton?
I think I. Well, that's what that guy is, but I think I.
All the founding fathers
And
show up to
we could do it in
one
Hamilton
car.
Avenue in Newark.
All the founding fathers are in one like horse and buggy.
They only fight with butterfly knives.
They're all wearing belly shirts.
I don't think I'm ready for a pregnant Dolly Madison. I don't know. I can't believe it. You did it.
You doing the flag, man? My honey gonna do the flag.
Listen, man, I need the couch.
Yo, I'm in charge of the treasury. Yo.
That would be a great. Dave, you just hit it. Teach one of with Tommy Chong.
Let's do a racist
Hey,
Hamilton.
man.
Let's do a racist Hamilton. Aaron Burrhead.
What's up with Hamilton, man? Hamilton's weird, man. That guy's so high, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
What's your best impression? I think Abe Vigoda. You're getting great at it. It's ridiculous. Play the Abe Vigoda again. Dan, play it.
4 o'clock this morning.
Play it
Are there
again.
any post 1987 impressions that you did?
No, that's why I'm.
He does a great Zac Efron.
We call to attention why Tessio knows the pull chain toilets. You know, he goes, sure, they got an old fashioned toilet. You know, the box and the chain thing. We might be able to tape the gun behind it. I've been getting so good at Abe Vigoda. It's ridiculous.
But by the way, that's my least favorite of the Godfather. Right there, that moment.
Yeah.
I felt like Abe Vigoda himself was like, "What am I doing here? I don't know. I wish someone would direct me better."
How does Abe Vigoda look exactly the same 40 years later when I'm roasting him at the U Hefner?
That is weird. He's
well,
like that guy Harry Morgan. You know,
so November 15th is the last you did this.
no,
in
it's the
four-
fourth one. There's a fifth one on
Oh my
February 7th.
God! Even Game of Thrones is going to come to an end eventually. Wow, Dave.
By the way,
Wait a minute,
By the way,
there's
you're doing
5
it so well now. Was Abe Vigoda doing it wrong?
He just doesn't get
He
it.
just doesn't.
Hey,
Now,
Russ.
will Russ be invited? Because he was so shitty in the last.
Not just is Russ invited, but then he gets killed off in this one.
Thank
Spoiler
God.
alert.
But he's so terrible.
And then I want to bring him back for the 5th one to play Barzini.
How do you kill Russ off with some air conditioning? How do you do it? Does an open window show up and Russ gets chilly? Look at that! Look at that poor guy over there just shaking.
Where my wife sleeps.
Where my children play with their toys.
Are you going to do a version of Godfather 2?
We're trying to figure out what to do next. Attell told me to put cards on people, like, have a vote to see what they want to do
Yeah.
next. Godfather 2. We were talking about
What about this? What about this?
Octopussy.
It's me, you, and him. I'm going to write this. Me, Russ, and Juskoe and Attell all on stage. Us 3 try to insult Zach Galifianakis. Dave always has a comeback.
I said the movie Zapped. I would love to see you put your movie on it.
It's not bad.
See, that's the problem with you, Dave. You always pick all this highbrow stuff. You got to bring it down a notch.
We were talking about doing
Zapped.
Caddyshack.
Caddy, I know, but that's a class.
It is. People aren't going to like it.
It's always hard to make fun of something that's funny.
Right, you got to go up. That's a good point. You got to go up.
You know, you can't make fun of something that's funny, like the Special Olympics. Hello? Sorry.
How about you play the kid who comes in dead last in the Special Olympics? You play the retarded slowest kid there.
Do you have a character that wears 5 jackets for Dave?
Oh, shit. Of
course I
You know what you could do? You can have, you can make up, well, people love these Superman movies, so do you have anything like that? Who's your favorite superhero? Maybe we can do something on that.
Yeah,
The Flash.
Do you like
Flash?
are you a superhero guy too? You're a nerd at a musical thing?
Yeah.
You're a gay nerd.
No, you don't you like the Flash? 'Cause
I
up
do.
until
He's always been my favorite.
You like
Up until,
getting flashed?
Up until 5 years ago, the Flash was not even, no one would even talk about him.
Well, now
I've
they're
always
running out of
liked the Flash.
superheroes in
That's
Hollywood. That's the fucking problem.
I've always liked the Flash.
Really?
Yeah.
What's so great about the?
He was the least favorite of all the superheroes.
I don't know. I don't know why. I just always liked him, and then
What does he
You
do?
feel like-
Flash people? What?
No, he has every
Speed.
speed guy.
He shows you his dick.
You always feel like 20 other superheroes have that as part of their 7
it is
powers.
true. Yeah, you're right. But
What
And that's
power?
all
I don't know.
he
Well, he
has.
was funny. He was always really funny.
Is that,
Flash
is that a superpower?
I don't know if we're even allowed to talk about superheroes. So there's 9 other podcasts. I think that's their mission statement.
Yeah, that's covered on Nerdist.
I still go to the comic book store.
You do?
Yeah.
Where's that located?
Sometimes I play clips of the guys in there because they're just like in The Simpsons. It's
Oh, yeah,
really
that
messed
guy-
up. They're like, dude, the new Spider-Man is not coming out this Christmas. It's coming out. And they're really angry about it.
Well, as bad as that sounds, let's replay the Abe Vigoda thing.
No, damn it.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
How come
What do
Abe
you record them and then
Yeah.
replay?
Sometimes if I hear it going on,
Do they know they're going to be recorded?
no. And then I play it on my podcast.
Dave, do you
have a
remember
whole-
that comic book you tried to start where a guy was bitten and had all the powers of Abe Vigoda? A guy fell into a nuclear power plant.
Here's how you kill Attell. Russ, here's how you kill Attell in The Godfather. You walk in and you hit him with insults about Amy Schumer. And he the kick in the head.
Hey, do you remember what happened with Natterman
that's a
when
fair slam.
when Noam just mentioned Jon Stewart and Natterman went crazy?
out.
Oh my god!
What happened?
That if you ever want to get to Natterman, just mention the words Jon Stewart.
No, what happened?
I don't know. He went crazy.
He's militantly anti.
Anti-Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it.
Oh, we found a Trevor Noah fan. No, I didn't.
It is like David's because David's the funniest guy, and he doesn't insult. But Dave's a nice guy. He always defends people. And comedy is wrought with people who just throw you under the bus.
Yeah, I
that's
hate
the
those
first-
people.
But you're one of them.
You're one of them.
I know.
Do you realize if you yelled it out this window, more people would hear it than on your podcast? Russ Maneve just doesn't get it right. Hoboken, my Abe Vigoda is getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous.
We called to attention why Tessio knows the pull chain toilets. He goes, sure, they got an old-fashioned toilet.
We called to
Yeah,
attention.
I hate that line. I thought that was a bad
Is that serious? You don't like that?
We might be able to tape the gun.
All right, you know what? Let's take a break. Let's take a cigarette
I've been
break.
getting so good at Abe Vigoda. It's
I'm gonna
ridiculous.
smoke
We'll take a cigarette because the tensions are really. We'll watch the Olympics. We'll watch the blowgun. What are we in the air gun? The air gun competition. We won a gold medal in air gun.
Trap. The run to bronze, I think, right?
Oh, great. All right, we'll take it. Dan has zero instinct as a radio person. Zero.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Look at
Look,
that. Oh no!
we're watching. Oh, look at his cock. We're watching. What is this? The floor thing.
Floor exercise, male gymnastics.
Male gymnastics is what we're watching.
Oh man.
Imagine the gayness going on behind the scenes.
If my father caught me watching floor gymnastics in 1978, he would still be making the "g" sound on the word faggot. Look at what
He
that
would
is very
beat-
disconcerting. The
He would
cupping.
beat you with an Olympic torch.
The cupping thing is odd looking. Why do they? This kid's
Yeah, I don't
cute.
get it.
Look at how cute that.
And look
kid
at these haircuts. What are they trying to do with that?
is. Sam Mikulak. This is the favorite guy of. By the way, how flimsy is Hillary Clinton's running mate?
Oh.
That
He-
guy's got to be a secret. When he talks Spanish, Los nosotros, Las Felinas, Megas Lamonas, Lanas, Los Añas, Ohio. Look at that hair.
I know, it's a weird cut.
Look at the tan.
Where is this taking place? In the East Village in the early 90s?
This is David Geffen's apartment. I don't know why he's thinking
I
about it.
wonder if they get to keep the shirts. I'd like to see somebody wear that around without being beaten.
I like the way my
What is up with our team?
I like the idea of us Spanish homophobic hecklers from Rio drunk in the front row. Hey, was tripping part of your program, maricon?
Juskoe, what's he doing wrong on this?
Well, what he's doing is he's doing the half turn differently from. I like what Artie said before after the guy he fell down and he's like, "Good luck being a bouncer at Applebee's."
Hey, first of all, on the next podcast, my Sam Mikulak is getting ridiculous.
Shut up.
That's Sam Mikulak.
It's getting ridiculous.
First of all, my Greg Louganis is getting ridiculous.
Look how
Ridiculous.
Look how unsold those tickets are. Look at the fans.
It's a bust. It's a bust.
It
It's
would be
all
like if I was playing there. Look at that.
No,
half
you're
sold
right.
Out.
McDonald's covers the rest. It's all corporate money. It's
Wow.
a fucking ripoff. Just got your thoughts.
Well, nobody goes to see men's gymnastics.
How about
It's all about the women in the Olympics. That's the only sport that it's good.
No, you
announcer-
could take it a step further. The Summer Olympics, nobody cares about that.
You're
It's
right.
the Winter Olympics where people like
luge.
Yeah,
Nah,
there you
people
go.
like the men's run. Like Usain Bolt's gonna get big ratings.
Oh,
Yeah,
big
that's
deal.
always next week.
Look at you, big deal.
They should just have him running with the medal on already. I mean,
And
save
they like
some
the
time.
swimming.
know.
If I, okay, we'll play a game called Finish This Hack Joke. If I want to see black guys running, I'll take. No, honestly,
I'll have an open cast. Call it Hamilton. You know? If I can only get it out quick.
no, but honestly, like when the announcers try to kill time because his boy, like in his spare time, Sam likes to call his mouth a pussy. Look at Sam Mikulak.
These guys are.
He's my new favorite.
These guys are amazingly shaved. Look at all that.
I know this guy's not too egomaniac. Look at the jizz on his
Yeah,
teeth.
he's like, come on, yeah, yeah.
Come on, guys, let's do it. Don't let our fuck ups ruin it.
Go, Jake.
They all look the same. Don't they
What do
look
these
the
guys
same?
talk about?
These guys are awesome.
I want to know what these guys think is funny.
I was just off on my half flip twist.
I have a copy of Aziz Ansari's first special. we're in the 8,000th row of Aziz's show at the. They're going to use this for Aziz's next 12 concerts at the stadium. I'm in the 80,000th row.
You could set your watch to that haircut.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
Dave, that was a little too good. Just got
Oh, sorry.
That was too serious. Look at the camera guy with a gun. Fuck these guys. I'm voting for Trump. Yes, your program's wonderful.
This is like really boring. I don't get it.
Well, was that in the dispute?
Can't they put like a
Look at him getting ready.
Couldn't they put a pool of piranhas and some Zika babies in the middle? Like make it a little more interesting.
Wait, guys, we can't drink Zima? What happened? I heard the news.
That would be great if there was a piranha pool right in the center of that.
I heard the mosquitoes mate and shit out there. Yeah, what is this about? Like, how do we know he's doing a good job? It's like jazz. Like, what why do you go that way? You need the fruity announcers
He
to go.
did it.
That was unbelievable.
Here we
His
go.
elbow went on a 45 angle degree. Oh, we suck.
Oh, that's a nice dismount.
He made his mouth. Oh,
Look at him. Oh, he's pumped.
What a bragger.
This is so good.
By the way, what you're hearing if you're tuning in and you're hearing us watching gymnastics.
Men's gymnastics.
I would get up and I'm hard. So I would leave. I would storm off, but I'm ragingly hard.
Look at the other guys are all pissed he did well.
Yeah.
You fucking did great, man.
All right.
All right.
Look at these guys.
Wait, let's see. Let's hear the announcers.
To me, they look the same.
Round one, with those two mistakes.
Those two mistakes. That's what you want to hear. Speaking of two mistakes.
That's right. The two mistakes.
Let's
one,
get back to Russ and Dan.
becoming a male gymnast.
Two mistakes. Russ and Dan's performance.
I've been getting so good at Ape Pagoda. It's ridiculous.
Shut up.
Yes.
I love that you play that off.
That's going to be our new drop.
Oh, crap.
Dan, you can play it at any time, right?
We are crushing.
I've been
this
getting
Olympics.
so good at Ape Pagoda.
All right.
Damn it.
I can't wait to play that.
This stinks.
Did Ava go to die,
Yes, I went to his funeral. Remember?
Dan?
I've been
Yeah, he
getting
did
so
die.
good at Ape Pagoda. It's ridiculous.
Is that what you said? Did you give a eulogy?
Dave, you went with Jeff Ross.
Yeah,
right?
I went with Jeff and Gilbert.
Was Gilbert upset?
Very upset. I've never seen anything like it.
Did he steal the flowers? I can't see Gilbert. He never shows an emotion.
No, he wasn't upset at all. He just did his material.
Were you ever standing with Gilbert's? This happened in Montreal this year. Gilbert and his wife and you, okay? And a third person enters.
Yeah.
And Gilbert never introduces his wife. He sits there in silence. And you're forced to. It's the most awkward thing. I go, this is Gilbert's wife. And Dara has to say an awkward thing. Yeah, Gilbert will never do it. And
She's an angel. I
He's a
love
social
her. She's
retard.
great.
Angel, how much money would you have bet against him finding a woman like that?
Yeah, it's amazing.
She's
the
got to
best.
be an angel of some sort. They got kids.
Yeah, they're beautiful kids too.
They don't have winter coats, but Daddy's not going to spend any of the money he made.
What were they doing up in Montreal?
This was last year's comedy. We did the Nasty show. We did every up there 2
Hey,
weeks.
how is the crowd like good for that now? I heard that
They were great last year.
Oh, they're good.
Oh no! Actually,
Yeah?
there were a couple where it was absolutely brutal.
Really?
But most of them were okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. But I remember that used to be the most fun of the whole festival, like when Bobby Slayton.
Well, nothing's fun anymore. Like Bobby's, like that. No, there's young guys. It's not even girls. Like when a young guy who's 24 years old in the crowd, like nowadays, when he moans, I get so mad. I'm like, what would anything when you were 24-year-old make you moan? When you were 24, you'd have to be doing something to my mother, you know. And even then, I'd be, well, that's all right. But what makes you moan? I feel like, what offended you about it? Because I said black guy, and you moaned as a dude. Oh, fuck you.
And they're Canadian. They don't even know what you're talking about. Like,
But you
why
said
would-
it. You said it best when you said they're not prepared for what they're about to see sometimes.
Yeah.
When
But
it's people from our generation.
Isn't
do
it called
spot.
The Nasty Show?
No,
Isn't-
isn't the cellar?
Don't you like? I personally like moans and laughs. I
Yeah, well,
like.
that's because you're jaded. I get it, but I'm just saying. I know we all are. Because it's something different.
You like moans over laughs? Is that what you said? Or?
No, I like when it's both. I like it when not everybody is loving
Well,
it.
come-
Some people should be offended.
Watch me bang a whore. I moan. She laughs.
I mean, it's not as great.
Looks like Russ made it to my rehearsal too. No, but so I know what you're saying because it's like I get mad to where I want to annoy. I want to make them sad.
Yeah, I like.
No, but
I like it when some people don't like it.
But it's not a true moan because if you sit there for the entire night of shows, you'll see somebody did a joke just like yours that got a big laugh because they might be like the right person to say that. You know, it might be because they're talking about their own experience. You know, I'm trying to dance around the word urban. And, you know, then you say the joke, which is...
What do you mean
fun.
dance? Yeah. You dance with the word.
And then they just groan at it because you're saying it. That
Right.
that to me is the hypocrisy.
I know it's
I
that
hate
is
that.
that's
It's
terrible.
like either everyone groans at the same time or they all get it. You know,
Right.
that's
Or they look back to Artie Fuqua and see if he's laughing.
This is my
the
favorite.
white liberal guilt now is at its highest, and it's really it is hurting comedy.
Yeah.
It's like because they're like black guys laugh, and the white people are like, you know what they went through. I'm like, you do? How do you know what they went through? I hope they go through your mother. And then I'm asked to leave.
So how was the gig in Atlantic City? Because I haven't been there in a while, and I'm dying to go.
It was
back. How
great.
it?
I thought everybody did a great job.
Be brutal on Juskoe because come on, hit him back.
Well, Dave, we all did. I mean, did anybody think, Dave, how did you feel you did?
Now I don't know. I thought I did okay.
I think you did fine.
Okay, thanks.
You try to get to that. You have that last joke, that great joke. You close with that joke, and it did seem like you were rushing to it. Your thoughts?
Did you watch Juskoe's set? Artie?
No, you weren't even there.
I have a monitor in the back room, dude. Read my rider, asshole.
Your thoughts.
Your thoughts?
No,
I did it with Porchetti.
maybe because Tim told me I had a very limited exact
We have
time.
my
so
road manager Tim Sullivan. Something has to happen. He's out of control.
I didn't want to. I did not want to go over.
He's lost his mind.
Well, I heard that everybody killed it. I heard it was a great show and the crowd was great.
Well,
and,
apparently you were on Twitter.
Okay,
It
well,
was a
then-
great crowd.
They were a great crowd, and we all.
But
And
I might.
Florentine was there too. That was great.
Yeah, Jimmy Florentine
He
stopped
just came
by.
to see the show, which was
that's
awesome.
cool. And who were you guys up against? Who else was playing in Atlanta?
A little guy named Josh Groban.
Wow.
Yep.
He was in the big room.
Anybody else? Any other like MMA fight or?
Paulie
no?
Shore was at the Harrah's,
Oh, there you go.
just by the pool.
No, he wasn't.
There's a Showtime special out right now. Paulie Shore did that you have to watch.
That's the one about his growing up, right? Or his.
No, it's after that.
I have. To
He's
see it
in
now.
Washington D.C. and he somehow gets like all these politicians to come on and eat with him at a diner, and he's
Oh,
doing
cool.
the weasel thing.
Really?
And it's I don't even know how to.
This is
describe it.
recent?
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. He's like, Obama rhymes with Osama. What's
my
that
God.
mean, kid? He gets Eric Holder on somehow, who was at that time I think the head of like the Attorney General.
Oh.
And he goes, as Attorney General, you get any tasty nugs?
That's an excellent.
His face, you get any tasty nugs?
Who's the president of Showtime? What the hell's going on?
Mitzi
That's
Shore.
what he pitched.
I would put Artie's Paulie against your Abe Vigoda any day.
I've been getting so good at Paulie Shore, it's ridiculous.
I'm going to go to Showtime tomorrow and be like, I'd like to meet some politicians as a vote.
Wait, Gay Boy McGee's going again.
Yeah, what is that called again? That
I think it's
horse
called the
thing?
horse. I
Is
think
it?
that's what it's called.
I call it the poor man's abortion. That's what I call it.
It's called the Geffen. And I'm the Geffen.
Look at
Look
that.
at who-
oh God, I'm having a gym class flashback right
What?
now. Like, I remember that. I remember that thing.
What father encourages their kid to go to this?
Well, ironically, mine does.
Well, that's the same guys who do the musicals, right?
He was like, I want you to you're going to play track, you're going to be in the play, and you're going to join the tennis club. You're going to do it all.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Your
Yeah,
father said that?
Yeah, he wanted me to do everything.
What do you want you to do? All,
Everything. He wanted
track,
me to do
tennis,
sports,
anything
and
heterosexual,
be in the play.
Yeah,
and be in
but
the play.
Dave, tell him what your dad did for a living.
He sold bras and girdles.
I love it. He's the great Santini of bras and girdles. You put him down, or you don't come home. Now, what are you, a B cup, C cup?
You put him down.
Are you gonna cry, little girl? Is that what you're gonna cry?
You cry, little girl? You gonna go see Hamilton? You
Well,
gonna
that's
cry?
what I told you. He was the one who said, this is he was a very manly man, and he hated me
was?
being a pussy. Yeah, and that's the funny thing when
Were
he
you
came
a
back.
pussy?
Yeah, and when he
doing
came
theater,
back,
musical
he made me
theater.
take tap. When
Was he trying to make you a pussy? Take tab.
No, he just I can't describe it. I don't really know, but he was a manly dude, and he was like, "You have to come see a chorus line immediately. We're taking
maybe
you and your sister to
according
see."
to you, he was a manly dude.
No, Dave, you met him
Well
before. He
said.
was.
Yeah, he was like a gruff. He was a gruff guy. He was a good guy, but I think he secretly also wanted. Like, didn't you always say that he really wanted to be like in entertainment?
He was a little jealous. Yeah.
You and your sister were kind of living his dream, you know.
Is that true? You live vicariously through you?
He didn't live vicariously through us, but because he was just very angry all the time. But he wanted to do comedy. He wanted. He was on. You know that Simpsons one with Gabbo, where he's like, "That ought to hold the little bastards for a while."
Yeah.
My dad was on that radio show where that guy actually said that. Whoever that was.
Really?
My dad was on the radio show. Something like, and now here's little Elliot Juskoe to sing "I Want to Go Back to My Little Grass Shack." You know, something like that. Like,
Oh my God!
he tap danced and sang. We found these albums. He was singing opera. They're in 78 speed.
Wow.
He definitely
My
wanted to
father,
do some of
someone
that.
came to a little league game. I struck out. He told me on the way home, "I'm swinging like a cunt."
Yeah, he was the manager of Little League, and I was horrible, so that wasn't easy.
But who else was manly? Like Rip Taylor to you? If Tuesday Weld married Hal March's son, she'd be Tuesday March the 2nd.
Damn it!
No, but
Can
Paulin,
I hate to bring it back to the Olympics, but
go right ahead. We're watching the Olympics.
how about the Brazilian team where they have to, like, if they lose, it's not bad enough they lose, then they have to walk home? Can you imagine? Hey, you're home early. What happened? oh, Mother. I don't know how they speak.
You got to watch a documentary about what Saddam Hussein's two sons really did to the athletes when they lost. It's
For real?
Soccer
For
player.
real?
Yeah, it's unfucking believable. Why anyone would want to tell anyone they're good at soccer in Iraq?
Wow. What's an example?
They would actually hold them up by their thumbs, like crucify the middle of their thumbs and let them hang on the.
Oh my God!
And then they fuck their wives in front of them.
Yeah.
Which hurt
Wow.
me.
Jesus.
I can't like that scene in The Getaway.
That's a Mideastern thing.
Yeah.
They were just disgusting human beings, but better than what they have over there now, apparently, which is ISIS. Who's this chick?
I don't know.
Is that a
I
dude?
think she's a swimmer.
That's a guy, maybe.
Is that Jackson Brown in the early?
That girl's hot. That one's kind of
Is that a chick? She looks like Wolfen.
That's great.
That chick looked like when a vampire changed.
What's her name? Katie.
I don't know.
think.
I don't know who's sponsoring Lives, but I know who isn't. Moose. They could use a little hair gel back there, couldn't they? Come on, get together, girls. Get together.
I gotta introduce you to our second judge, Dave Van Gundersloot. He's out of the Peruvian jail. He's got a day pass to be a judge. The one on the left is smoking.
Yeah.
That's something Bavaria or something like that.
I'll fuck her right now.
Somebody put her in a fly net. Make sure she gets out okay.
She'll be dating Sean Penn in a week.
Look at the crowd outside.
Look at that. Look at that big.
It looks like
net.
it looks like Katrina day 2. Help us! Help us!
Geraldo Rivera will be down there soon. This once wonderful rogue type town.
Who's running this Olympics? Ray Nagin?
Sarah Marshall, by the way.
Yeah, the new Kristen Bell television show.
She's 280 pounds.
Oh, she's beautiful.
She plays an angel.
That guy's trying to get out of this marriage. Was she married to that guy?
Oh, Dax
Dak, yeah,
Shepard?
Dax.
Is that his
Look at
name?
how hot this chick is. Look at how hot that chick is. Oh, wait, some chick got stabbed in Benson.
Yeah.
When is this going to stop, by the way, Dave? You go to the
Oh,
meetings.
you throwing it over to me?
You go to the meetings. You go to the meetings. When are they going to stop stabbing priests?
Yeah, that was too much. When I saw that.
Well,
yeah.
the whole story is he was fucking a kid while they stabbed him. They leave that part out conveniently.
I thought that the priest might meet, maybe the head of ISIS, and the Pope would meet the head of ISIS, maybe in a restaurant or a nightclub, maybe the Chuckle
Someplace
Hut. Artie, please, I'm auditioning for the next one, the Chuckle Hut for the
Someplace we could tape his robe behind it.
the LaGuardia Airport luggage claims.
Anybody been to the Vatican? Sure, I've been there.
I like how Dave takes the real movie and then adds on like 2 funny things at the end.
No, you know what we should have pulled the clip where he goes, I realize I didn't write the doc.
Like, this is Dave, like, we took down Tagahari, what are those guys? Clemenza, Spock. Spock.
No, there you go. Cuneo, Stracci.
Voila, brilliant.
The situation.
You should make the situation. I bet he's available.
Oh, that would be a great one.
The situation should be Tessio.
I like the Spock one. I'm definitely going to add that in.
Now, are you going to make any cash changes? You're going to have to get a new Clemenza, by the way.
Russ, are you going to double down and do it again or no?
I don't know. Yeah, what should I do? What do you guys think?
on.
Well, you got to
Play the-
skating.
You
Play the
have
clip
to
again.
be in it.
Well, let's hear the Tessio again.
Play that clip again. Let's play that clip again.
But, we know, play Russ Beneve's clip, Dan, again.
I
Yeah,
don't think that's
let me take
necessary.
that back in.
Russ, you know I really love you, and there's really
the
no
clip?
reason for this.
No, I thought that was a clip.
All right, here we go.
Of course it wasn't.
Here it is.
Whoa, look at this. iTeam exclusive.
What happened?
Oh, look at this.
Wait, is that Anthony?
This is the new golf.
Not your mother's golf.
You know, we have this whole thing where, and I don't care about giving it away, where we have this thing. He's like,
Poor Russ.
No,
so lots of Sonny's like, no more. Not this time, consigliere. No more meetings, no more discussions, no more Salazzo tricks. Now, obviously, he doesn't do it that great, but it's Russ Maneve. But the guy's adorable, so you're going to use him all the time.
horrible.
I've been
calling
getting
you a
so
no
good at
talent
Ape It's
Pretty boy.
ridiculous.
A no talent pretty boy.
Yeah.
That's what he's calling you.
What's wrong with that?
Well, he's not that.
Thank you.
And you're getting your how many listeners?
Well, that was quick. This guy was just an American gymnast. Now he's a weatherman. On
That's
Channel-
the road to success. Channel 4's like, many of our people used to be gymnasts. Doesn't he look like a monkey that's changing to a human?
Oh my God.
That wasn't a black guy, by the way. I would never say that about an African American. Look at this priest. I don't trust any of them. I was brought up Catholic. Russ, were you Roman Catholic growing up?
No.
Did you ever see any wrongdoing at your church?
Nope.
Priests? I didn't think so.
No.
I mean, but
they were gay though. I mean,
they
blatantly
were
gay.
feminine.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what about? Did you guys go to Catholic schools?
I did. Oh no! After
Sunday school.
catechism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like the Falcon and the Snowman.
Well,
I love that movie.
You learn the act of
Gabe, do that movie. Do that movie.
Okay, listen. The Falcon. Here's how the Falcon's supposed to go. And Dan Natterman just can't get it.
I love that movie. I love it.
We're gonna do the Banders Bears. So
It's
Walter
like-
Matthau goes. Walter Matthau says, he goes, listen. This is a baseball. The object is keep the baseball in the confines of the ball field. But he just can't get it because he's 22 when the movie came out, 40 years before his birth. Guy Load will do it. Guy Load does everything.
Guy Load.
That should be his name, Guy Load. I don't know, new Guy Load. that kid, he did save it last time though. He did everything gay, right? Santino.
No, I messed that up.
Sonny, man, I'm in the car, Sonny. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
I got. Oh, by the way, I'm just putting it out. I'm having auditions for Apollonia at my apartment.
Audition.
Will that be like an Abel Ferrara audition?
Exactly.
Did I ever tell you that story? Abel Ferrara called Kamal and his friend to audition for a movie he was doing.
No.
And Kamal got there. Abel Ferrara asked him for $30 and then left his own apartment and never came back.
No.
Yeah, that's a true story. Wow. He said, "Can I borrow $30?" Kamal and the guy gave him $30 and he left and never came back.
That's great. That's hilarious. Are you really having auditions for that part?
Who you invited?
Could you imagine that?
I'm trying to.
Yeah, Meryl Streep was it? That's not quite.
No, I'm trying
what
to
I'm looking for.
trying to get.
Hi,
hot
I'm
girls.
Guy Load. I'm helping Dan.
Are you?
I'm
Now,
helping
obviously, he
Dave.
doesn't do it that great, but it's Russ Manid. But the guy's adorable.
Christ.
We got to keep all that stuff in drops. But the guy's adorable.
Terrible.
Do you think Russ is in fact adorable? Is that the word you
I'm gonna have Russ play Apollonia because I know he can do Monday, Tuesday.
A Monday, Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Friday. I want to drive in the car.
That's the greatest thing. Francis Ford Coppola probably gave that girl directions. Okay, you're being an annoying cunt.
Look at this. This is happening on a golf course.
A black woman shitting on a golf
Oh,
course.
my God. Look at this.
And a white guy's fingering her. Strippers on public golf course. That's bad news?
That's great. An
should be-
X-rated golf course.
By the way, A-Rod retires to announce the best New York Post fucking headline. Good roidance.
Yeah.
Good roidance.
Oh, that's great.
Tears at Yankee Stadium. He was the only one crying. Like anyone thinks he gives a shit. They
No.
owe him $27 million
gonna
this
say.
year.
They owe him money, right?
And next year, Dave, for not even showing up, $20 million more.
Yep.
Wow.
And they're just keeping him in the organization to be like a management position or something.
Yeah, like
Is that
he'll
what it
show
is?
up.
Why?
Because they have to
Just
pay
kick
him out, right?
Yeah, they got to pay him out, but they're saying go away. Get
Yeah.
the fuck
Don't
away.
even sit on the bench. Get
Yeah.
out of here.
Somebody told me
Not
there's
even
a-
sit on the bench. Exactly.
Artie, somebody told me today there was a conspiracy because the Yankees hate him so much they do not want him to get to 700 home runs. Is that true?
Wow.
Do you think
I've been
that
getting
is a-
so good at Ape
God damn it! You know what?
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
How close is he now, though? How close is
He's like 4 away, right?
I've been getting so good at Ape
he? Would you look at that? She's
Nice.
using the flag. She's twerking the flag.
At six,
That is against America.
696 he has. He's 4 shy of 700. They don't want him breaking Babe Ruth. That's what they don't want.
Strippers on public.
Wait,
golf
what's Babe
course.
Ruth at?
714.
Oh, I
Same-
thought that was.
He's been the same since
Hank Aaron.
1932.
What's Hank Aaron? What was Hank Aaron at?
755.
What's that idiot Barry Bonds at?
7, but I don't count it, but it's 7.
I know you can't count that
It's
one.
actually 762. You beat him by 7.
Wow.
7 home runs.
What an awesome payday where they're just like going to pay him just to pay him.
Yeah, go
You know,
away. You're that much of an
This
asshole.
season and next season.
I wonder if he has to like go into the stadium to get the check. That would make it like where they like kind of boo him a bit.
That's his agent, Scott Boras. His fucking shithead agent.
That's fantastic.
These guys are getting caught like almost marrying these chicks. Did you guys ever know a friend who fell in love with the stripper at their bachelor party and left their wife?
No.
I went to high school with a kid, fell in love with the stripper at the bachelor party.
Oh my God.
That
The
reminds,
next day, broke up with the wife, married the stripper.
Well, she
reminds
dodged the
me of
bullet,
a-
right? If he's gonna do
that
it.
reminds me of a
Absolutely.
deleted scene from Hangover. You know, Zach's movie. Trying to bring it back around.
No, Art, I don't remember when Zach wasn't good looking.
I wonder what the rapport is where, like, she's like, they call this the 9th hole. Let me show you my 3rd hole.
Hey, you hear about Dave Juskoe's Abe Pagoda? It is getting ridiculous. In the African American community.
Ooh, that's a big club. Can I carry your club?
Oh, damn. I heard Russ Maneve is not that great, but he's a dog. In the next version of The Godfather.
I look at this woman giving a play-by-play in front of her Connecticut home.
Now, obviously, he doesn't.
As my daughter
that
learns
great,
how to
but
ride a
Russ Maneve.
horse. I'm gonna-
And
But the
then,
guy's adorable.
and then the other African American strippers did this.
What?
We in Greenwich, Connecticut realized that African Americans don't have the opportunities we have and could end up naked on a golf course. I've golfed 4 times in my life. 3 of them, I ended up by the 4th hole drunk, shirtless, and throwing the ball.
My
too.
dad,
Me
my
too.
dad loved that game. But like anybody else, he like couldn't play. Like I don't think he was genetically built to play golf. But
Oh, right,
that was
yeah.
like one of those things. Like it's going to be relaxing, and it never was relaxing.
You need insane skills that you
Yeah.
only could get if you played every day.
It's something like where you have to like zen your mind out of your body
Right.
to like do it really correctly. I don't know how
Absolutely,
you do
yeah.
it.
And that's why people like it. But and it's also the best thing to get away from your wife.
Yeah.
8 hours it takes to go 9 fucking
Yeah.
holes.
No.
Well, listen, we've learned a lot on this episode of the community.
I've been getting so good at Abe Pagoda. It's ridiculous.
God, this sucks. This is going to last forever.
well, no, we're gonna blast this out. But I don't
Is
know.
this going to replace the air conditioning opening?
It should. It just be that on a loop.
Is it true that our
It's gonna be you bashing Russ and Natterman on a loop.
Now, obviously, he doesn't
Is it true that
do
our
it that great, but it's Russ Maneve.
Ah.
But the guy's adorable.
Wait, let Dave talk. Dave's got to
No,
control.
I'm going to bring it like to another.
Go ahead.
But is it true that our basketball team is like on a cruise ship, like off the coast?
Yeah.
of Brazil?
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah, I
How
got a feeling.
How cool is that?
I got a feeling a lot of Brazilian women are on it too.
No, it's meanwhile the air rifle team, that one girl, she's under a mosquito net somewhere.
Yo, I have a bitch. I have to talk to the head of NBC. I have a legitimate bitch.
Oh, look at this guy.
There's the guy from the Karate Kid.
Is he
crying.
Look at the cranium on this
Nick
kid.
DiPaolo.
This guy's the next.
Is that Mark Paul Gosselaar? He's crying.
Is he crying because he only came in 3rd in judo?
Look how big his cranium is. Who's that?
Oh, what is that?
Black Lives Matter.
No, that's somebody who
They're
hates
fencing.
judo.
I went to the Black Lives Matter rally.
Oh no!
See if I wanna
Damn
get
it, we lost to ISIS.
Look at that. Looks exactly like Black
Wait,
Lives
Artie,
Matter.
I always-
gotta
Wait,
hear the
wait,
end
hold
of
on.
that.
Did she cut the girl's head off at the? Oh,
See, judo.
I was always saying if we ever challenged them to a fencing duel, we'd win. But
That's what we put up fencing.
I guess not.
Install fencing.
God bless her. That's
Artie, what
cool.
was the end of your Black Lives Matter joke?
I went to a Black Lives Matter rally just to see about getting my wallet back. And you laugh, but a guy's cousin knew a guy, and I got it back. That got some groans. I think I'm being trolled by BLM, by the way.
A BM?
BLM. Black Lives Matter. I like saying that, going up to a group of black kids. Go, so you guys going to the BLM thing? Fuck you, fat ass.
You wild.
Dave, any plugs? Besides
Dave-
November 15th?
DaveAttell.com, where I have all my sites, but I'm adding dates, tons of dates. Nashville, I think Philly over Memorial Day. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen.
Is that true?
I love that club, Helium. Do you like it?
That I played. That's great.
It's a great club.
It is.
It really is fun.
So
Just like a bunch of gigs. So just check out DaveAttell.com. Thank you for again.
now,
having me on.
when will you be at Sarge's?
What?
and where's Amy and Zach?
I'm just gonna, I know it's an Olympic moment, but I'm gonna give you guys both gold medals for
I've been getting so good at Abe Pagoda. It's ridiculous.
I'm gonna give.
Now, you want to say, what's the name of Zach's show again?
I will say it. Baskets. Check it out.
It's cut to Zach. Dave has been plugging the show a lot. There's a 3-episode arc where I need a friend. He's really pushing it. You're like a surrogate.
I'm trying to hedge my way onto Comedy Bang Bang. Excuse myself. Sorry. Whoa, what happened?
Yeah, I got a better name for Comedy Bang Bang. The direct opposite of funny. Whatever.
Did you see
what
that?
What happened? A mugging.
Oh my God.
There's too many cameras around.
What's happening?
Is he going to rape her?
Is this Hamilton?
Oh,
What are they
what's
doing?
happening?
Oh, God.
Oh shit!
What are they doing to her? You know what? There's too many cameras.
She was shot.
And were they in her ass?
Yeah,
They were
was weird.
sticking out of her. They were like taking shit out of her ass.
Yeah, it definitely looked like they were going to
She was
rape her.
shot.
By the way, that's what Bobby Brown claimed. He pulled shit out of Whitney Houston's ass. She was constipated from opiates, and he pulled
really?
shit out of her ass.
Oh, for real?
Wow.
That was on his Entertainment Weekly.
Look at that,
That
Holly.
was on his Instagram.
That was on his Eat Your Hollywood story.
That was
The city is on camera now, and we never saw this shit before. There's too many cameras. We see guys pulling shit out of people's ass.
Where?
Wait, I'm trying to find the fucking clicker.
Okay, they're gonna show it again. Thank you.
Oh, people being shot.
Police say both victims are expected to be okay. Both are being treated at St. Barnabas Hospital in Morris Heights. Jackie Beckford.
Oh, in Jersey. That's where I was born, St. Barnabas Hospital. And where I almost died of
I
pancreatitis.
thought that was in the Bronx.
No, St. Barnabas is Livingston. Look at that chick.
Here's my impression of the guys
So
working.
why are we
the-
watching the news? This is very depressing.
More depressing than Russ's performance in your.
You know,
Who was worse,
obviously he
Natterman
doesn't-
or Russ?
When
Who
I
was
do
worse?
my Max von
If you had to give a
Sydow,
Razzie to one of them,
who was
Russ or Natterman?
worse? Nobody was bad.
Oh, you're such. You got to pick one.
Now, obviously, he doesn't nitpicking with that
Dan-
great,
Dan-
but Russ Manini. But the guy's adorable.
So according to you the other night, someone was bad.
No,
Yes.
nobody was bad.
So
I'm
you
just mad that
always go with
Natterman
Russ because
doesn't-
at least he's adorable, and Natterman looks like what?
Yeah, are you going to bring Dan back? I
of
assume
course.
you will, right?
If Broadway Danny Rose
doing a great
if
job.
Broadway Danny Rose was describing Natterman's looks, what would he say?
I'm getting Natterman a one of those Madonna headphone, the microphone things. So he's put it on his
Like
head.
a box
so he
and
has
a chain
to
thing?
Oh wow, look at that. Huh?
You know, my Abe Vigoda's really. I've been getting so good at Abe Vigoda. It's
he looks like something you might find in
And
a
how was
live
Richard Klein?
bait shop.
Richard Klein great? Was he great?
Yeah, he was. Well, he's a professional actor. You
He's a
understand?
real actor.
Not since 1978. Not since the Ropers left town.
Yeah, what is his theatrical background? What is it?
He says he's a classically trained actor, but you
He's
know,
been waiting for the sequel Force Company for 30 years.
This guy really
So
dote
was
on
Robert
this guy.
Reed.
You really dote on this guy.
Was that the most hurtful part of his podcast, Russ? Was when he went on to comment about the Roper guy and say how great he was?
I haven't seen
and how he understood.
Look at his face now.
Yeah.
He's.
He understood his direction.
What if you get Richard Roper to play Roper?
I haven't seen love like that since the homeless
Yeah.
guy in Trainwreck looked at his co-star.
Go on.
I just got that. Actually, that line is. Did you improvise that line? They just towed the car I shit in.
I think that's Kurt's line.
Whose line?
I think it was between me and Kurt. We were just like talking about it, but it's probably Kurt.
Metzger?
Kurt is- yeah, he's so funny.
very good, very funny guy.
There's so many funny people out there now. They're just
We were with. It doesn't stop. The spigot of ass kissing.
How am I kissing ass when they really are like?
You should hear.
Kurt's
You,
funny.
I watched Kurt and.
you think
Mike
Kurt
Vecchio.
Metzger goes out of his way to crowbar you into a fucking interview? And by the way, he should. He should.
All right.
Absolutely should.
I'm old. I'm done. But you know,
Who is this generation's David Attell? Would you say Kurt, Amy, or
probably the 5 guys who kind of look like me. That's another.
Or the guys that have ripped off his act. I mean, just because they grew up on him, like Jay Okerson or something. I'm saying
That's not true.
Oh, I can't.
That is not true.
he's turned it around. But before, he used to be doing your act. You know.
That's not true.
But I think he realized that, and he did turn it around.
He did.
Yeah.
Well, let me just say one thing, all right? There's so many great comics out there, but there's so few great comic actors. And that's why, Dave, we need you now more than
Way
ever.
to,
Dave,
way to put a
if you-
bow on that, Dave.
If you listen to his podcast, you know that.
Well, do you know when I do my James Mason? I've been getting so good at Abe Vigoda. It's
Who at a comedy club gets the James Mason?
Yeah.
Nobody. I
Another-
was only doing it
another-
for Broadway Danny Rose.
Another sub 1975 impression.
Nobody gets
That
it.
is a
Nobody-
perfect James
No,
Mason.
think about it. I did the opening as Charlton Heston. I know nobody gets it. Who cares?
Well, no, we get it. We've all seen Bowling for Columbine. Dave, any plugs?
Yes, I'll be at the track on Saturday for real. It's my birthday, so that's where I'm going to celebrate it. And then
How old are you?
52.
Is that true?
Yeah.
You look great.
And then on September 27th, if Artie wants to do it, or Russ and Lenny and me, we're going to do a football show down at the Village Underground at 6:30.
If I want to do it, I heard I committed for 5 seasons.
You did, but just in case, I don't know. In case
Dorfman
just
Juskoe casually says something to me at the cell. I'm like, whatever. And Dorfman goes, so they want you for 5 years, locked in.
Well, we got a good deal. I think we're going to make a YouTube event out of it and stuff. We're just going to be talking
YouTube event.
No, for real. I mean, it'll be live. So
a cop going to kill it.
We're talking about football. We're tailgating, making picks. It'll be fun.
Russ,
September 27th.
Russ, any plug?
Seller, is that Artie Lang podcast?
Now, obviously, he doesn't.
October 27th.
Russ Maneve. But the guy's adorable.
October 27th.
September 27th.
I'll be being adorable.
It's every month, but it starts
Russ,
September 27th.
I thought you were starting an acting class.
An adorable class.